go live now to Al-Jazeera's Tareq Azzoum, who is on Al-Rasheed Road, just south of the Netzarim corridor. Talk to us about the situation there, Tareq. Have people been able to move at all?
Well, what we see right now fully on the ground is that more waves of civilians continue to stream to this place as they are gathering, as you can right now see at the background, waiting for a permission in order to access northern Gaza. Till now, what we can see on the ground that families have brought their vehicles alongside with the donkey carts that are loaded with their personal belongings. On top of that, civil defense workers alongside with medical teams are also on standby in this place in order to facilitate the movement of civilians. But we understand that the Ministry of Interior and National Security reports that the civilians will be allowed to access Gaza from the start of tomorrow morning. And in order to understand the scale of the preparations made on the ground, we are right now joined by Bassam Alsheikh. He is an officer in Gaza's municipality. يعطيك العافية أستاذ بسام.
Thank you for being with us. We see lots of municipality teams on the ground. What preparations have you taken in order to facilitate the movement of civilians to the north?
Going to wait for the permission to enter the city. We have made plans. We have made plans to collect the people. First of all, we are going to open the streets, make sure that we have no dangerous of the explosions. Secondly, we are going to collect the people, make shelters, because you know that the Israeli forces have destroyed all the buildings, all the villas, and the infrastructure in the city. So we will make shelters by tents and maybe with caravans.
And what do you expect regarding the scale of destruction taking place in northern Gaza? Would it take time in order to be removed on the ground?
Sure. It will take many time because, you know, in Al-Zahra, Al-Zahra was a new beautiful city. It was established in 1989. It was one of the most beautiful cities in Gaza. We have 4,000 apartments and more than 200 villas. All this has been destroyed in the first days of the war. Now we are going to rebuild all these things for the people of Gaza and for the people of our city. That's all.
Thank you so much for your time. In fact, Al-Zahra, just to make it clear for our viewers, is the city where Netzarim corridor has been set on and over the remnants of its destroyed homes and buildings, where right now those municipal workers alongside with members in the civil defense are preparing for potential return of hundreds of thousands of civilians who have been displaced over the course of the past 15 months to northern Gaza, and the start to facilitate the reconstruction and the removal of rubble in these areas.
Great. And do tell us, Tareq, about the situation across Gaza, not just in the north, but the entire strip. Since this ceasefire came into effect last week, has there been any improvement at all?
Well, since the implementation of the ceasefire deal, we have witnessed a constant flow of humanitarian aid supplies throughout both main crossing borders in Rafah city. They started to allow for thousands of humanitarian aid trucks to reach the Gaza Strip. We understand that more than 3,260 humanitarian aid trucks had accessed Gaza in the course of the past 7 days, and even the process is still taking place till now as I'm talking to you. But civilians have started to feel some sort of a partial improvement in on their lives, specifically that many products have started to become available in the markets. Municipal authorities started to open roads, and there has been a very desperate need for an urgent assistance regarding the reconstruction of the electricity networks in Gaza, alongside with the broken water sewage systems, in order to help people to cope with the aftermath of the Israeli military operations in Gaza, and many civilians are expressing their deep concerns about the scale of destruction that will take years in order to be removed so that they can return building Gaza again as it once was before October the 7th.
Tareq, thank you very much for that. That's Al Jazeera's Tareq Azzoum reporting there live from Gaza. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.